Is it good? Or would you rather have been happy with a girl you loved? Thank you so much for the upvotes. I didn't know my question would be liked by so many people. Thank you so much, everyone, for the 1,000 upvotes. You have no idea how happy I am, and thank you for all your comments. I have learned so much about love and relationships by reading them. I had no idea this post would be this well received. Thank you very much for your upvotes and comments. They were all very insightful and informative. I learned so much about love and relationships. Story 1. Got married at 22. Married for 5 years, together since we were 15. Nothing has changed and everything has changed. She is still my best friend. Still the woman I love. Of course, it is different than when we first started dating or even when we got married. She is the mother of my children. The relationship has evolved and our lives are chaotic in the way that a young family is. Less getting drunk and banging, less sleep, less time to relax and binge watch on Netflix. Stronger relationship, though. Edit. Best decision I ever made was asking her out. Story 2. Well, the girl I loved was my best friend, so there is no difference. We have problems like everyone else, but 13 years of friendship has created 5 of the best married years of my life. Story 3. My wife and I met on OkCupid in 2014 and instantly hit it off. We lived together for 2 years before getting married. Honestly, most days it's like having a sleepover that never ends. We have similar tastes in movies, TV, books, and music. I play video games and she quilts for our alone time. It's honestly magical. 10 out of 10. Would marry again. Edit. My wife has informed me that it was 2014 and not 2015. Whoops. Story 4. I can't answer for my partner, and I'm a woman, but we were best friends for 8 years before we happened. Like legit just friends. Then one day it changed into something more. We've been together as a couple for over 10 years now, and it's like getting to have a sleepover every night. We're ridiculously in love, and it disgusts all those around us. It's gross, we're gross, we don't care. I'm 48, he'll be 50 this year. Story 5. Those reading this thread and being reminded of their ex whom you could call up again, don't go back to her. I'm saying this as I was thinking the same thing, and it's my brain's way of chickening out of getting back into dating and finding a better person. Story 6. We may not feel like a perfect Instagram couple, but I'm confident no one has as much fun together as we do during everyday life, which is way better in my opinion. 10 out of 10 recommend. Story 7. Married her 10 years ago and still going strong. I believe some of the hard issues we had in our relationship were made easier because of the foundation we built on. I have known her for 17 years and got married in our early 20s, and I still love and care about her the same as the day I met her. Story 8. Feel like if you're married, it should be your best friend. Not sure how marrying someone is possible without them being your best friend. Technically, what's the point even of being married if they're not? Story 9. OP, just want to point out that it is creepy as heck that you post seemingly innocent questions in Reddit's Ask Teen Girls, but have a bunch of inappropriate photos immediately behind that in your post history. I doubt that was an oversight on your part. How many young girls are you grooming on Reddit? Story 10. Tired of the infatuation, lust, and disappointment cycle. I married a woman with whom I shared many interests. She lets me be me, and I let her be her. It was our 35th anniversary in December, and I'm terrified of losing her to the lung cancer she was just diagnosed with. Story 11. Met my wife at 12, we got together at 15, and married her at 17. That was 27 years ago. Still the best of friends and can't imagine my life without her. I always tell everyone I married the girl next door. She lived across the street from me. Story 12. The thing about marrying your best friend is that when your relationship has problems, which they all do, you have your friendship to fall back on. Long-term relationships need more than just head-over-heels love to survive. If you are not friends first and the sex and puppy love go away, what are you left with? Story 13. Been married to my best friend for 12 years. Met when we were 16 and married at 26. I'm 38 and she's 37. It has been amazing. Just like any other relationship, it has its ups and downs, good and bad times. But overall, I wouldn't change it for anything. The first couple of years after kids were really rough. Now that they are 3 and 2, it is honestly amazing. The quarantine has brought us even closer and actually has made me want to find a work-from-home job because I think I will miss my love and kids too much. I don't know why anyone would marry someone they are not, at the very least, great friends with. Communication is key. Be honest most of all. Tell each other you love them often. Quiche. Cuddle. Hug. Tell each other when you appreciate what they do. If you have kids, give each other breaks. Take turns sleeping in. Figure it out together and nothing can break you apart. Story 14. We met in gym class in 8th grade, dated off and on until we were 16, and then lost contact for 2 years. I was working at a local gas station, and she walked in with her boyfriend. She broke up with him that night and called me the next day. We have been together ever since. Now we are 32 with 2 great kids and looking for houses. I would say it went pretty great. We've never spent any real time apart since we were 18, and I still love her to death. Story 15. I'm 31, and she's 30. We've been together since I was a senior in high school. There have been rough times, and we took short breaks in college to figure ourselves out. But the thing that consistently surprises me is how close we've grown together. We were much more different when we first started dating, but now we share most of the same views, as well as taste in food. I remember being 18 and having intimacy multiple times per day, but I never had the sense of assuredness that I do now. There's nothing better than knowing someone is there for you no matter what. It just makes you excited to see what comes next in your life together. It's the best. Story 16. I'll put it this way. I cannot imagine life without her. Truly, I cannot. And it isn't a matter of being reliant on her for emotional, psychological, or physical needs, or even being used to her being there. It is so much more and on an existential level. Yes, those aforementioned things are super important, but when I think about myself, I am thinking of us as one entity entirely. I could no sooner be pulled apart from her than I could my own heart, brain, or skin. One could not exist without the other. Every now and then, we travel separately, and I get a little excited because I can sort of be that solitary creature, but by the end of the first day, I feel incomplete and restless. We will definitely be the couple that passes on together, and it wouldn't be sad. It would make sense to those who know us. People would be surprised if we didn't. Story 17. My spouse is my best friend. She is my forever human. In my previous relationships, I needed another best friend to escape and have a good time. Unfortunately, he passed away from an opioid overdose. At least I'm in a relationship I don't need an escape from now. Story 18. Met at 14, married at 19, and have been together for 9 years total. We actually only knew each other for a few months before we started dating, but through our high school years, it honestly felt like I grew up with her. We were never much for public displays of affection, so dating was much more hanging out than going out, if you know what I mean. Honestly, we kind of one day just decided we were going to get married rather than me having the chance to propose. No joke, I came back from training while she got the wedding planned, got married, and went to my first duty station. To answer your question though, yes, it is good. I think the best thing about it is the fact that a lot of our likes and dislikes, personality, lifestyle, and so on have kind of lined up from growing up together. Reminiscing about things that happened in high school or talking about how we dyed our hair. Of course, there is still all the lovey-dovey stuff and arguments like most couples, but something about being so comfortable with a person is just golden. Story 19. It's fantastic. This quarantine has been a blast, spending every day together with no obligations or reasons to go to bed early. We work on our own things when we want and tease and pick on each other constantly. It's wonderful. Edit. We are both the oldest sibling, so by tease I mean copious amounts of jesting and mockery. It's heaven. Story 20. I am a woman who married her best friend. We dated for 3.5 years and then got married. We have been married for 11 years. Unfortunately, he changed after marriage, but I kept trying to make things work. We are close to finalizing our divorce, but I met a really nice guy that I have fallen in love with. Heartbreak is a part of life, but it does not end there. I was fortunate enough to meet my boyfriend and fall in love. Sometimes in the heartache, it feels like you will never find love or fall in love again, but you do. Story 21. Ah, it is the best. Met my wife, yes, I have a cougar, at 19 in our first year of college. We became quick friends. Friend zone didn't exist then, but if I was in it, I escaped. I'm related to Houdini. Okay, not really. But we kissed one night, 2 years after meeting, and it was the cliché fireworks for both of us. The rest is history. Married 18 years, we have a son and a daughter, and I'm thankful every day that I get to go through life with her. She's funny, smart, kind, selfless, and of course a total smoke show. Edit. In case she ever sees this, she just turned 43 on May 14th, and I'm in October, but she hates these next 5 months when I play up the she's older card. But I love it. Story 22. It's fantastic. We had been best friends since we were 6 years old. Most of our friends joked about us dating because our friendship was so close. We constantly caused each other to end relationships because either we didn't like the other person or they'd get jealous of how close we were. We ended up moving in together during college after she went through a rough spot. We lived together for 5 more years. Then one Christmas, things changed. We were snowed in, and I had had a miserable day dealing with my parents, so I was just sitting on the couch, staring out the window at the snow while listening to cheesy Christmas music. She joined me, and we ended up cuddled up, which wasn't weird for us. Even though we didn't know it, we both fell in love that night. It took us a year for both of us to realize it was mutual, but once we did, it was off to the races. Imagine the greatest relationship you can imagine, and just add intimacy. We didn't get anything done for weeks. Today, we're just as happy. We just moved into a new house and will have our 14th anniversary in July. Everyone's complaining about being locked at home during quarantine, but not us. It's been like a massive vacation together, and we've loved every second of it. Story 23. I am not a guy, but I did marry my best friend. He and I have been best friends since we met in first grade. We used to have play dates at each other's houses. As we grew up, we started to realize that we liked each other in a romantic way as well, but we did not actually start dating until he and I had finished college. We started dating in 2016 and got married in 2018. Pretty fast, I know. But honestly, I am the happiest I have ever been. Things have changed, of course. There is less of a chase after him feeling now, but there is an even better feeling of satisfaction in the relationship we have. It is very much like having a sleepover with your best friend, but every night. You learn a lot more about each other, but I have found because we were already best friends, there was not much I did not already know, and I love him anyway. Story 24. It's the best. It's not an either slash or situation. You can find that your best friend and the girl you love are the same person. I'm 2.5 years in total, 1.5 being married, and it's wonderful. Story 25. Known her for about 42 years, married now for 23 this year. I loved her then and more so now. Like any marriage, there were some tough years, but it's pretty good now. Story 26. I met my wife at a counseling program for troubled youth when we were 15. Friends for 3 years. Dated for 3. Married her at 21. First baby at 23. Second at 27. Married for nearly 10 years. Wouldn't change it for anything in the world. She is truly my best friend. Word of advice: take your time when dating. Make sure you completely trust her and she completely trusts you. Communication is key. Story 27. I accidentally read the question as men who married their best friend's girlfriend and came here for a surprise was rewarded in ways I didn't expect. My sister-in-law Laura married her best friend Graham. I'm getting a glimpse into their world now. Story 28. Life is good now. We have raised several children. Being vague on purpose about the number of children we've had will immediately clue you in to who we are. We started dating right as I entered college. We dated for 5 years before we married. After marriage, I continued in school until I obtained a doctorate. We have had a good life together. Our children are now grown. We've had lots of problems with intimacy and sex. Most of that is much better now. We had a very dead bedroom for 19 years. She couldn't or wouldn't prioritize me while we had kids at home. I was the last thing on her list of things to take care of. I worshipped her and adored her. I was at her beck and call and tried to meet any and all of her needs for all the years we have been together. I felt unloved and rejected for many, many years. Eventually, I wanted a divorce, and suddenly my wife was willing to try to meet my needs. We have gotten past the dead bedroom and now have a healthy sex life. I still regret spending my 20s, 30s, and some of my 40s in a dead bedroom. I missed out on much of my sexual peak, and now I'm older and still enjoy sex, but I know I missed out on a lot. She never mistreated me. She was always kind and respectful to me. Now she seems oblivious to the harm that was caused by rejecting me so many times over the years. I literally can't make myself initiate sex with her because I expect to be rejected again. Rejections hurt. I'd say we have more sex now than any of our peers. It's like my wife is trying to make up for being so rejecting and sexually denying me for so many years. Many have asked why I remain with her. My mother abused me so badly that I thought I deserved nothing but pain and hurt. I didn't realize for a long time that I had the power to move on. Once I wanted to divorce, my wife suddenly became sexually generous. It's been a roller coaster for sure. I'd do it again to be able to have my children and to be able to have the relationship I have now with my wife. I just wish I could have lived a different life during our dead bedroom years. I feel like a lot of my life was spent sexually frustrated and hurt. Story 29. The one is a best friend that you are attracted to. Adam Lodolce put it best in one of his speeches. He is the founder of a company with the sole purpose of empowering women and has a YouTube channel. When I heard it, it was a combination of that's mind-blowing and yet so obvious. How did I not see it before at the same time? If you like someone's personality but are not attracted to them, it equals friendship or friend zone. If there is attraction but no best friend qualities, it equals a sex buddy. A best friend's relationship comes with mutual love, respect, trust, loyalty, understanding, a feeling of comfort and self-confidence around each other, the same sense of humor, etc. If you interview random people on the street with the question, "What are you looking for in a partner?" these are the answers everyone gives.